So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, lads. But it's all down to this amazingly modest study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
That button. Continue. Make it a nice smooth look. The flare. A lot of pressure here. during Discord, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some special see what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. Another crash in the right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants a treat. Do you want a treat with the buttons? Do you want a treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Actual livery shown in thumbnail may not be exact livery in sim. Sorry folks, I've got a different livery. I know. Looks there instead of the thumbnail, please forgive me. Oops. But it's a nice thumbnail, I thought I'd put it up, but yeah, that's what happened. Mistakes will be made, folks. We're in Bristol, folks. We're going to Dublin. Be a quick one. It'll be a very quick one. Thank you very much, Robert Times, for your help. I appreciate it. I was just reading your text frantically reading your texts, and here's a treat there. Sorry, the other camera decided not to work. What I'll have to do, folks, right, I'll have to stop Windows from updating, but then there's risks with that as well with regards to stuff, you know. It does sneaky updates on you, I'm sure of it. It just won't work now. I have to delete the camera, add it again. That takes a bit. I might do that on the cruise if you get time. Probably not, because it's such a short trip. So Robert, I was reading your text there on Twitch there, and it looks like, yeah, I do remember that. I didn't have the generators on. I was flip-flapping around the engines. I put off the APU before I put on the generators for the engine. That may have disconnected the autopilot and stuff like that. So I'll read it as I go as much as I can. You know, so yeah, it's a tough one, folks. I just get YouTube up here, so I can see your comments on YouTube as well. I don't think Robert's flying with us today. I'll read the rest of the text now in a second. Quite a lot of info in there, folks, which is nice. There we are. Yeah, I got the my apologies there, folks, for the engine that may have disconnected. That's just me mirroring myself. Copy these with us as well. So is David White. Greetings. Arkansas Gravies with us. Greetings to you as well. Brian Baffle, good evening to you. Greetings. And Shady's back on. Buttons has got cool music intro. Yes, he does, Shady. Buttons gets all the cool stuff. Unfortunately, Buttons cam isn't working. I only have a half an hour before to get everything ready, you know. I only give myself a half an hour, because if you do too much simming, you know, look at Robert, I know you're probably thinking, why aren't you studying this on your spare time? Well, I'll just burn out and I'll be fed up with flight sim. So I'm just learning how to stream. You're very patient. So I think that's the auto throttle disconnection engine start. Make sure, I'm just reading this. So what happened to me is the auto throttle disconnected after engine start. So Robert's saying make sure that the engine, let me go inside here. Oh God, cold and dark is right, isn't it? Cold and dark is right. Anyway, what happens to me is, right, what happened the last time, okay? Because I was flip-flopping around up here, I was playing around with generators, and I'd flick this on, then the engines, and I go, which is it on or on? And I do this again, and I think that screwed it up. Maybe that's what Robert's saying. So he says, okay then, right? For auto throttle disconnection, you had after engine start, right? Make sure that after engine start, both the engine generators are actually turned on before turning off the APU, which makes perfect sense. After turning them on, you should be blue gen bus. You should get blue generation bus messages showing above Gen 1 and Gen 2 switches. It should, however, be showing above the APU generator switches while APU is not off yet, since the APU is not providing power to the buses anymore. Okay, so basically I didn't have them, I switched them off. If you're reading this in the cruise, you can just simply do the test lights to see which messages, blue messages I mean. Okay, I'll read this during the cruise, right, when we're listening to music. Let's get started. There's quite a few, and I'll read those to the cruise, right? We'll read out Robert Times messages in full in the cruise. How about that? We might learn something new, for the love of Jesus. And I go, that's what I did wrong. Hotel. I don't give you a torch in your head in the airlines. There's a torch in there somewhere. Do you know, there is a torch. I know they have torches. And an axe. They have an axe. You know, there is an axe in the cockpit. I heard a story where a captain was going through the customs checks, and he had a little small, little tiny penknife, right? And he told me himself, and he was the person involved in the story. It's very funny. So he was going to customs, not security, and he had a little small little penknife. It was kids gave him or something, you know. I said, "I'm sorry, Captain, you can't go through with that little penknife." And he goes, "Well, I'm a captain. It's a tiny little penknife. Let me through." And he goes, "No, I'm sorry, I can't. I have to confiscate it." And he goes, "Okay, get the supervisor. Supervisor, come here, please. Supervisor, I'm going to take this guy down to the cockpit if you don't mind. Can I borrow him for 5 minutes?" And he said, "Yeah, okay, right." And he said, "Bring the little penknife with you. You hold on to it, and you come with me." And he walked him all the way down to the airplane, all the way up the stairs into the cockpit, and showed him the crash axe that they have in the cockpit. He said, I have a crash axe. Do you want to take that as well?" "Now give me my fucking penknife back, you Burke." Yes, I love that story. That's a story of stupidity. People just follow the rules blindly, don't they? With no common cop. Anyway, okay, I'm babbling on. Let's get some music going here. Let's get some music. Do you like that story? These kind of stories? I like those stories. Because they're so stupid. You know, I understand that the fella was doing his job. But there's a little, you know... Let the music begin. That's our starting music, folks. Starting music of the show. Let's get the Battery Master switch on. I'm going to slow down now, Robert, okay? Don't be mad. Okay, all the pre-flight stuff is on a real aircraft, for the love of God, really. I'm not going to do all check everything. You see, what you got to do, which is really important, I'd say, check everything should be in its right place before you start the aircraft and go flying. Because something could be left on that shouldn't be left on, and it could cause havoc, you know? Certainly in a Boeing. I'm beginning to think that Boeing, there's a lot of errors you could make if you're somewhere. Right, a battery is guarded and closed. Yes, standby power. That is guarded and closed. See, that could have been open and off, you know? Pumps, fuel pumps. Look before you press. Look before you press. We'll have all those. APU, let's start the APU. Well, boom, and boom. Autogen, wait. Well, while we're waiting, right, for the generator, we'll get the nav working. Nav should be aligning now. Position light, steady. Yeah, they're in steady. Logo on. Leave the anti-collision on. We'll put the wing lights on for shits and giggles, just because I feel like it. Well, it's giving out now that there's no power. That's okay, because I presume that's the generator. Robert's going to kill me if I don't do this right. No. Let's put the ground power on as well. Oh, let's get the ground power. This is why the battery flip-flopping around here. Ground services. Give me ground power, please. Connecting. Now that light will light up here. Come on. Now, where's the... How do you know when it's actually ready, though? You see? Do you know the APU? When it's ready, it's the lights come on, okay. On you go. On you go. Right? That's the APU on. Cabin lights required. Emergency exit lights guarded until closed. There we are. Emergency exit lights. Passenger signs. Put your safety belts on and shut the hell up. Passengers, you know. Alright. It's this one here. Yeah. Good. Iris mode selectors are on nav. They're fine. They're going to do their thing. FMC. Now we do the computer. So let's say hello to everybody else here. Let's just read of Robert's text here. Can I highlight it so I can mark it? Unfortunately, he says, Robert Times, he's on Twitch, folks, if you're watching on YouTube, so I'm going to read the comments too. Unless they're coming up the screen. I think they are. Right. Unfortunately, he says, I can't join you tonight as your co-pilot, but I wanted to let you know anyway that the auto throttle disconnected after engine start and during takeoff in your left 737 stream. Yes, it did. Okay. And that is... I was like, what the hell? And I've seen that happen a few times. One of them go off and I'm watching the stream and I go, oh, look what happened there. You know, there it is, the auto throttle there. Right? He says, you can read this in the cruise. This text is typing. But somewhere shortly after engine start and then before would be optimal, of course. Okay then. For the auto... Oh, okay, I read that. So I didn't put on the generators in time. So we're good. Advertise. Check the AC. Okay, I'll get to the rest of this here. I'm going to mark that. There we go. So thank you, Robert. A contribution to the stream indeed, folks. Shady said, what did they do with the stuff they confiscated? No, we gave them the pen back. Yeah, I didn't finish that rightly, did I? So anyway, the captain said, I've a feckin' axe. And they gave me my feckin' penknife. And he just went, okay. I handed him back. He's got his little penknife back and he showed it to me. It was hilarious. So this is what they're going on about, Shane. This is the penknife. It's hilarious. 100%. Ian, greetings to you. Ian's, greetings, Ian. Now, Robert, I know you sent me some emails there. I've got some emails. I just looked. I said, okay, I'll read that later. Do you know? I haven't gotten around to them at all. Transponder said, no, we're on the ground. Should be on standby. Okay? Transponder should be on standby. But of course, you checked that, wouldn't you? Because they could have left it on. Look, it is too. Look. ILS max speed set. Okay, we've got to do all our FMC first. Let's do all that. Because we don't know that stuff yet. Let's go to return to init ref there. Or let's return to menu first. Okay, so I'm just doing this from memory now, from Robert told me. Now, don't copy this one into here. He said it's more accurate to go into next page. Copy it from the left side. Right, go back and pop this in here. Yeah. Route. Flight plan request. What we can do here now, we got 22 flight plans in here, right? It's okay. It's fine. So I can go return. Or Robert said you can put in your company route. So we went from Echo, Golf, Delta, Echo, India, Delta, Whiskey. That would give us only those flight plans. Put in the company route. So it's found it. Activate. Execute. Excellent. I'm going to follow along with it here. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate that. Perfinit. I'm just going to follow along here. Perfinit. Now, we've downloaded the flight plan, so it gives us our reserve fuel weights, which will give us a lot of information there. Reserves. Do we see reserves? No, it doesn't bring the fuel from SimBrief, you know. So you have to put one in here, otherwise if you don't push anything in the reserves there, I think it was LNAV or VNAV won't engage. So I'm going to do a Ryanair 3 for cost index. We can speed up manually. Flight level as our flight plan is flight level 28280. Flight level 280. Now, oh, I cut myself. Oh, right. No, sir. No, sir. Do not take it from SimBrief. I know, it's confusing. Trust me. Thank you, Robert. I never would have. It would have been a mystery. Only for Robert Times, only on Twitch. So take it from whatever it gives you here. 226. Otherwise, it's going to go messed up. It doesn't take it from SimBrief for some reason. I thought PMDG really had their shit together, you know? They just ignore everything else. I think just do their own thing. I think that's right. 226. So that's what we're doing. Right? We're executing that. So I'm going to put that in here. 226. 22. There we go. Right, we'll put that in there. Great. I'm going to the B button here. Forget the correct QNH. Where's the QNH? Where are you? It's also in inches of mercury. I don't want inches of mercury. I want hectopascal space, folks. I'm going to be 1017. Let's check if that's the same in the real world with my trusted phone here. Yeah, so the weather. Golf, Bravo. No, Delta. Excuse me. QH in Bristol right now is as follows. 1017, which is exactly like in the real world, folks. Isn't that nice? That pleases us all, I have no doubt about it. Who else is with us now? After Ian Beverton came on, Sir Brandon Phillips says, hey ho. Not too bad, Sir Brandon Phillip. I would have rather have a more productive day, but look, it could be worse. Oh, it could always be a lot worse, you know. Dylan Java, greetings. Dylan, welcome. Dylan, have I pronounced it correctly? Dylan Java. Let me know if I haven't. And hey ho, do ask questions. You know, I'm happy. You only learn when you teach or when you instruct. What's it to say? And that's true. Dave White's with this as well. He says, I expected PMDG to be on Phoenix's level. Well, you see, PMDG, I think your man, Robert, Spanishy name, Robert something. I think I emailed him like 10 years ago. And I was angry because you had to move all these files around to get the PMDG on X-Plane working. And it was 120 quid or 100 quid or something like that at the time. And I spent all my time trying to figure out how to install it onto the simulator. Can't remember what was it. It was Flight Simulator or what, I don't know. So I was so annoyed. So I emailed him and he says, okay, now you've got to put this file in there and then you've got to go into this INI file and you've got to change this. And I'm just going, and I emailed him back and I said, I don't want to spend, why can't you just make it work? Do you know? And he just sent me an arrogant text back, an email back, basically saying, if you can't fly a 737, you shouldn't be. If you can't do the install, you shouldn't be flying a 737 at the simulator. That's what he said, basically. Right? And I was pissed off. And what I'm saying is, I don't want to spend my Friday trying to install, you know, an airplane, trying to figure out how to install it. I want to be spending time how to learn it. Do you see? So I was really pissed off at that, I have to say. Now, I don't think he's, you know, translation and text, but I think that's the thinking. So they don't, you know, they don't care about the PDF here. They don't care, he doesn't care about that, I would say. That's just like, oh, we have to please the simple people, I'd say he'd be thinking. Do you know? I saw an interview with him and he seemed like a nice guy. Do you know? I was quite surprised. But he's going, look, you know, it's a complicated thing. You're going to have to, you know, figure it out. So, I don't know. But are they, and now, here's my point, David White. You know, you expecting PMDG to be on Phoenix's level. They're just different thinkers. Do you know, where's the iPad to make it easy for us? Now, he'd know straight. He'd do this in 5 seconds because he's a real pilot, I believe. So it's just different horses for courses, I suppose, you know. Do you know what I mean? So where was I? We're gonna have to load the wings. Let's take off, right? Transition altitude 6,000 feet here. And it's not a flight level 18, okay? Now I'm gonna break away here because when I go to speeds and V speeds, I need to know what runway I'm taking off. Right, so I'm going to go to legs and we're going to, I'm going to departure arrival. I'm going to go to departure. We're going to departure on runway 27 and we're using BCN 1 X-ray. Great. Execute. Now go back to arrival departure for some reason. Arrival into Dublin. It's going to do the whole, I'm going to have to play with that now. Into Dublin, we are going into runway 28 right, which is the new runway, yes? Next page. 28 right, ILS. And we're using the VATAR. Arrival. VATAR 3 Lima. That's it. Excuse me. And that's it. Right, now we have our runways. So now, I'm going to go to index. Oh no, back to menu. Oh, that's confusing me. What? Let's go back. I want to go back to the beginning. FMC. Oh, it keeps where we left off, I'm guessing. Go to legs, maybe. Menu. No, not menu. Bear with me. Init ref. There we go. Index. Now I can go back to N1 limit. Init ref, I always go back. I always want to go back to the main menu and follow forward from there, you know. Until I get it. Oh, well. Now we can go to take off. We're going to go flaps 5. CFG is already taken from the aircraft. Trim is 599. So it's pretty much 6. Good. V speeds, V1, V2, and V rotate. So V1, VR, and sorry, V2. 141 knots. Say takeoff speed. 141 knots. Now, is the wind bumpy and crazy? Is the wind nuts? Is there turbulence? So I might add a few knots for the life of kids, as they say. Wind in Dublin here is no, 6 knots. No, it's not bumpy at all. It's fine. It's not a bother. Okay. I'd like to get some lightage on, folks. Where's that damn dome light I keep harping on about? I can never see the dome light. Is that bizarre? Let's put the window heat on. Seeing as I'm here. Probe heat. I think he said that's on auto and to leave it. We have to worry about that later. I'll put those on as well. What else? Let's just go and do a little check here all over the shop. And then we'll do the checklist. I'd rather actually do everything and then go to the checklist. Wouldn't that make sense? So I'm just checking everything here. APU is on. We don't need the ground power now. Okay, that's come off. Up here, belts are on. We just have to leave the probe on auto. And there we go. Okay, so let's continue with the checklist. So I'm going to take my time here today, folks. Transponder max speed, yeah. Okay, so FMC transponder, it's standby. TCAS. Let's get this pen here. Use this fancy one. ILS max speed is set for feet 2. Heading runway takeoff. The runway is 267. We're taking off here. So I want heading to 267. How do they do this in half an hour, folks? Initial altitude is set 22,600. Yaw damper is. Did I put that yaw damper on? I saw it there. Yeah. Window heat. It's off. Flight altitude is set. And cabin pressure, which is important. Where are you? Give it to me. 32.6. Come on. 32.5 will do. And the we're 600 feet. Well, landing altitude we're 250 there for Dublin. Flight directors both on. Tiny little switches. You wouldn't even. Tiny little baby ones for some reason. That's obviously at after the thought. I'll have them be enough. Very nice. Minimums reference. That's coming in. All the rest is coming in. Let's forget about that. We'll do that on the way. Before engines checklist. Okay, auto throttle set to arm. Fuel pumps are already on. Electric, hydraulic pumps. Did I put those on earlier? Yes, yes, I did. Yes. Anti-collision light is already on. Parking brake is already. It's now set. Ground equipment. Get rid of all the shite around the ground. Get away from me. Get rid of all the ground stuff. Let's go into menu here. Get rid of all the stuff. PMDG FS actions. Ground services. Get rid of the ground power, please. Now this pesky stairs here, they insist. I go away. I get rid of them. They sadden me. Let's get rid of it. I think the chocks get rid of it. This is jetway. I want the stairs to go away. I want the jetway. You know, now go away. I just want the default for the stairs not to be there. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm sure it's very simple. I have no doubt about that. Ground equipment engine area clear and display unit in the center off, which is oh, it isn't. Okay, let's do that then for some reason. Oh, now the auto throttle has disarmed. Let's just go track a little bit here. Bear with me. I'm gonna find out this. I'm gonna find out why this happened. Yeah, bear with me. Yep. Okay, that's okay. I didn't set that. That's okay. Forgive me. Let's start the engines. Yeah, the display unit down here. It's just switch it off. God, why would you? You know. Oh yeah, there we go. I want the end one there. That's perfect. Let's make sure we're set up for bleed. So bleed APU packs should be off, which they are. We want the APU bleed on. Oh no, well, yes, we want the APU bleed on. Let's get started, folks. Let's start with engine 1. Now, let's just read Robert's text one more time. He said to do the following. G Cook Scotland's with us. Hey, G Cook. Greetings over on Twitch. Hey ho. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay, I think I got the gist, but I don't have to read it again. Right, so let's start the... I can't leave it in both. Let's go with the left engine, folks. And 2 is kicking off on the left. Number 1. Number 1 is going up. And that gets to 25. You set the fuel on. You can hear it in the background starting up there. And by the time you get to the fuel switch, maybe you can hear it. It's very subtle though. It's a bit louder than the real thing. No? Good. Let's flash it here. Okay, we know there's something up there. And it's going to click automatically to the off position, which is very nice, I thought. What the deuce? Oh, my controls are out of... What the hell? Oh, I see what happened here. Okay. My physical controls had the reversers left on. Interesting. Now, the damn camera isn't working for the controls, so I'd love to show you that. For some reason, I had my reversers on my physical control. I didn't notice that. That's very interesting. Can you imagine doing that? I'm learning all these mistakes. It's bizarre. I'm sure. So my actual physical controls were out of sync with the controls here. You see what I mean? And the reverse was on, and that's what all hell broke loose. Can you imagine someone standing in front there chatting away, and all of a sudden the reverse come on and sucks them into the engine? That's a lesson there. And because I didn't check my physical controls again, which is very bold. It's very naughty of me. That ain't to the checklist, is it? No. Anyway. Engine number 2. Engine number 2 coming on. While that's doing its thing, let's get backtracked here, will we? Let's get backtracked. I want the nose to the tail to the left. Tail to the left, please. Park brake off. And engine number 2. Running fuel. There it goes. Cold and dark. Tail to the left. There we go. There you go. I just heard a click back there. Both engines are good. We have a good engine start. Steer straight, please. Interesting liveries, folks. What is he's doing that again? Look, he's bringing us forward again. There's a bug there. He's going to stop now and bring us back towards. Look. There's a bug with the tug, folks. There is a bug with the tug. Universe, okay, before taxi, a generation. Now, this is where Robert was saying was going wrong, okay? So put the generators on for the engine first. Then switch the APU generators off. Okay? And then switch off the APU. No, didn't work for me. Did I do something wrong? I didn't read his text properly, I bet. That's off anyway. I haven't been given the auto throttle yet on the checklist, as far as I can see. Anyway, generators are on. Put the wiper on for shits and giggles here. I need some dome lights in here, folks. It's saddening me. Where's the goddamn dome light? Oh, here. Is that it? There we go. There we go. Alt L to get rid of your face lamp. And let's get some lights on down here. I'll have that. That's going to be Soupy coming into Dublin, folks. So, I'm trying to find out which switch to... Okay, that's okay there. That's fine. I'll have you. I'll have you. I'll have less of you. Because believe it or not, I'm using a C2 television. Right? Which actually it does glare. It's bizarre. Do you know? I'll have you down a bit lower. That's the center one. I'll have you a bit lower and you a bit lower. We get rid of this nonsense here with this guy. I want to turn it down. Because it gets quite glary with these C2 televisions. They're built for computers, do you know what I mean? And it's bizarre when you're coming to landing. It's just incredible. I've got the bloody switches everywhere, don't they? FMC is controlled here with the lights here. GCB all day switching on the lights now. It's actually on the FMC itself. Let's turn that down a bit there. That's that one there, okay, and also this one here does my head in. The televisions are so cool nowadays, folks. They're just so cool. So nothing's glaring too much in my face now, except for this light here. Which one was it? Is the problem. Just finding it hard to fly the work the lights here. There we go. That one's down, and this one. There we go. Just leave it on a little bit. There we go. That's nicer. Okay, good. Flaps. Now we have hydraulics. Flaps. I just want to do that. I think flaps to 5 now. APU bleed is off. Engines are all started. Generators 1 or 2 have done that. Probe heat to the on, which it is on automatic. Anti-ice is required. Don't worry about that. What's the temperature here? Temperature +9. So we will be going quite high. So when do you put on the ice thing? Look, we put it on now. We put on the here, and we put on the anti-ice here as well. I'd set that as you're climbing, but it's only me here today, so packs the pack onto auto. Switch the APU off and left pack and right pack onto auto. Very good. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed is off. APU is off. Engine switches are continuous for takeoff. Engine start switches, yeah. Flaps set. Elevator trim set. Flight controls for being correct. Recall. Okay, let's do the recall. Flight condition. It doesn't like something. Right to take off there. So it doesn't like something here. So what have I done? Has the auto damper switched off? No, the auto damper's on. Does it tell me exactly what's going on there? So there's a flight issue there. Am I on flaps 5? Yeah, flaps 5 is set. Flight condition. What could that be? What could it be, folks? Auto throttle. And on the auto throttle. Nope. Little bit of a puzzle, folks. Oh, it's gone. No, it hasn't. Let's just taxi and worry about that. Someone might come on and tell us. Okay, let's taxi around. We're here all day. We've now been doing it for 40 minutes, which is an improvement on the last few times. Let's make sure we just get out of here now. Brakes are already off. Come on. Let's get those wheels moving forward a little bit. profiles come off again. I'm going to hit his wing. I'm going to hit the bus. Come on, bus. So. Interesting. Flight condition. Let's go to the checklist. We'll figure it out as we go. Interior lights in up, says Brian Baffle. Yeah. Brian Balf. There's a Ryanair coming in there. Let's F12. Oh, let's just get the camera back to where it should be. So we can activate the Toby. So flight condition. Alt, forward arrow, and down arrow a little bit. There we go. Why is it giving us that? Jesus. I'm having a bad simming day, folks. So what have you missed? If you bleed, flaps are set, elevator trim set, back controls, recall, yeah. So, flight condition. That's like the flaps or brakes or something like that. No. Flaps are definitely a 5. No, that's 10. What have I not done for the flight condition? I get the recorder as well, copy it. We'll come down to here and we'll halt. I'm recording. Thank you, Clappy Day. This is bothering me now, I don't know this. Every time. It's always something. Something doesn't like the flight condition somewhere. It's not going to tell you. We'll stop here. We'll have a quick look around. Something lit up somewhere that should be lit up, you know. We'll have a halt here. There we get going. I'll just pause here. And brake on. Let's have a look outside. Brakes on. Here we go. Wait for the boys to catch up. We have with us, we have Ian Bivo. Ian Bivo's flying along. Ian, welcome, as always. Simon, are you with us? Bristol Fox rings a bell. Quite metal? No, I don't know quite metal, unless you're new. So we're all sitting here waiting to go in Lux Air, right? Should have chose the easy livery, I know. That's foolish. You can't do it while you're streaming, unfortunately, or while you're on the sim. So it doesn't like something. Something's not happy. Oh, the old upper did come off. Why? Probably when I switched. See, this is. You know? Now, did the auto? No. So it's the auto wrapper, because I put it on. Remember I checked? Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, it wasn't on at all, because that light was on. So the oil wrapper comes off probably when I fecked around up here. You know? There you go. We found it. Let's go. Will we? Brakes off. Adding some power. We got all our flaps. We got all our stuff and things. Let's just get the aircraft rolling. Let's get our transponder on now to TRA. Also, we get the lighty poos on. Get the landing lighty poos on. They should have been on anyway. Taxi lights off. On. Okay, we're all good to go. Strobe on. Come on. Brilliant. Like, it's going uphill a little bit here. But you know, you need that extra part to get uphill. Very good, PMDG. They are very cool. You know, I'm just giving out about quality of life things about PMDG. That's all that was. You know, I could tell by him. He just go, that's, you know, if you can't figure it out how to do your mass and balance and stuff by hand, you shouldn't be doing this. It's actually very simple. I did it. I was in a sim, and I said, how do you do your mass and balance for every flight? I mean, you're going like up and down like yo-yos, and they showed us. It's very simplified for the pilots. You know, you're on the ground for hours doing maths. It's not just waste time, isn't it? And that makes money wasting time in the airlines, isn't it? Let's get on the centre line, please. Okay, let's go. 50% or is it 40%? Maybe 40%. I'm getting rid of the Toby now for the moment. I have to consistently readjust my views. And toggle button. Can't see it. Where? It's hidden away from us all. That's very clever. Toggle on. Forward of the stick. Bristol to Dublin, folks. I can't hear the thunk 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 for the wheel anymore. I don't know why that's saying us, thank God. As he said. Coming up the Rather Hill. V1. Rotate. Up.
Positive rate of climb.
Let's take the gear up. Really nice. Oh, it keeps doing that. Okay, trim. Let us put the autopilot on. Autopilot's on, feet off the pedals. That's all good. Have a quick look outside. Oh, look at that mist. That is something, folks. Now, I'm outside the aircraft, which is dangerous. Look at the mist. Look at that mist. That is seriously cool stuff. That is just bizarre. It's like in the real world. I fly the little things and I'm seeing that mist all the time. A little air mist. Absolutely stunning. Let's start taking the flaps up. Disengaged VNAV when I was outside there. Right, disengaged here. Hence the slow speed. What, is it always when I go outside? So I was too late taking the flaps perhaps. Yeah, I was too late taking up the flaps and started to slow down. We got flaps one now anyway. So that's what happened there. It's a little bit too dull, isn't it? Yeah, is it too dull for you all, folks? Yeah, we can take the flaps up, speed checks. Flaps up. Flaps are up. Speed brakes, good. Auto brakes off. Gear off. We don't need the when we turn off lights or the taxi lights. And starters to off. And we're on our way, folks. Everything's good. It's coming down to 4,500 feet altitude. Oh, it's gone a bit high there, has it? Naughty. Ah, yeah, it's slowing down for 250 knots. Okay. And I said the transition altitude was 6,000 feet. Let's just put that on to standard now. Standard. In here. Standard once. And standard twice. Has it done it on the screen here? See, I turned it. It has. And standard thrice. I'm going to leave the center box. I'll leave it in standard. It's done it all. Okay. So it's slowing down there for the 250 knots, and we're good. We've got a caution here for some reason. Oh, that's earlier on. What's it over here? Air conditioning. Yeah. I don't know, folks. I got my attitude set here. I don't know much about the air conditioning yet. Off schedule descent. So it'll eventually, as we're leveling off now, it'll eventually, you know, eventually stop. Air conditioning. So that's the problem there. And I could switch off the wipers. They should have ripped off the windshield by now, I would have thought. So we're 250 knots, just under, and we're on our way to Dublin, folks. A little bit dull. It was a little bit dull in the cockpit fuel. Let's brighten it up a little bit. It's a little bit too dull now. That one there. No, that's fine. That's these other ones I want the centre. It's very fiddly. I want to get this one lit up here a little bit. Oh, fuck, Jesus sake. There's nothing more frustrating. That one, no, that's that one. I'm very confused. That's that one. Is it this one? No? I want the outer one. I want the outer one. Negative. It's this one I want to light up here. Never mind. Never mind. Let's at least I'll get used to where the lights are. It is a little bit finicky though, you know. It's a little bit frustrating. I feel like hitting something. Anyway, we're good to go. We're up there. Let's look outside, folks. We're going to start climbing soon. What's there? I presume from Luxembourg. Yeah, Luxembourg Airlines, folks. Looks a little bit dirty. I like that. They're dirty in the wings, though. The wings should be filled. Oh, there's a little bit of dirt going on there. I like that. That pleases me. There we go. There we go, folks. I like the stubby shape of the 737 700. I don't like the bigger ones, you know. There we go, folks. I'll just take my camera up now for a moment, and I'm going to read the chat. There we go. G-Cook Scotland, thank you. I didn't see those coming through there, and Twitch there. I'll come over to YouTube now and say hello to you all in a sec. G-Cook said, hi Grumper. He said, if you were the first... Sorry. If when you first get in the plane, you can remove the stairs and save that as a state, and then set that state as your default. I have set a state with stairs removed and handbrake on. Thank you, G-Cook. Yeah, I have to get around to that, you know, because the only time I get to sim is when I'm streaming, you know, and I will get around to that. Thank you very much. He says, G-Cook Scotland says, up is off if you're moving them in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's a good question, because it's often, you know, up is off. So up is in all the switches, because that would be clever, right? Because at home, right? That's infuriating. Up is off, yeah, up is off, up is off, up is off, up is off. Yeah, so up is off, up is off, up is off. Because I thought down was off. See, I don't know. I have talked to an electrician about this in my home, okay? Still give an out. And some of the switches up is off and down is off. And I'm going, do you not have like all switches down for off or up for off? Which is it? No, they don't really do it that way. Now, in airlines, obviously, you know, is it up always off, you know? Or is it depend on the aircraft you fly? Because there should be, you know, a worldwide up is off and down is on. Do you know? And that's a very good statement you just made there, G-Cook Scotland. But sometimes there's no logic in the word, is there? That comment was for the engine gen switches. Elevator generation switches. Thank you, G-Cook. Yeah, it looks like all up is off. No? I didn't mean to do that. Now it's gone nuts. It's gone ballistic. No, command. Me, please. Oh my god, there we go. Command A. I watched command A. Yeah, with nuts there. I went absolutely ballistic. What happened there? Brace for impact. let's play with that, right? I switch the generator off here, okay? Disconnected straight away. It's like we got a wing drop. Generator on. And we engage the autopilot. No, not that one. Jesus. This one, not that one. No! I'm having a bad flight someday, folks. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. I think that's going to happen. So yeah, notice after switch off the generators. Flight. So have we got LNAV and VNAV? We have LNAV, VNAV, auto throttle and autopilot's engaged. Everything's fine. We're climbing up now to our height. Our cruise 22,000 feet. We let's just check here. Go to the legs page, and we have Prague. We have 198 miles, 197 miles to go. Alright, folks. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is going to be fine. Look at that cloud formation, folks. This is stunning. That's what it's all about there, folks. Work from Europe is going to kill me. Let's read some stuff from our instructor, okay? I'm going to read it to myself first, then redirect you. Reading here. So it's now for the autopilot disconnection. Sorry, auto throttle disconnection. You had to take off. So when I took off, the auto throttle disconnected. Okay, that was the last time. Let's go back to that. Robert said. So to make sure both engines are stable, let them settle a bit. Both at about 40%. N1 before hitting the toggle button. I did see that your right throttle was pushed forward slightly more than the left, using about 2% more thrust. Hence, auto throttle disconnected because this asymmetrical thrust. Ah, okay. So what happens, folks, right? What? Okay, what happens is when you're taking off, you put the two throttles equally to 40%, i.e. to 50%. I don't know. So to 40% on N1. Okay. Or in 2, isn't it? Set up in 2. Bear with me. Both at about 40%. N1 before hitting the toggle button. Okay. So N1. Let's steady N1 here. N1. Yeah, so the big fan, right? The one at the front. So 40% N1, right? And Robert notices I had one lever further than the other. By 2%. By 2%. He says that will disconnect the auto throttle because they're not even. Wow, did not know this. I did not know this. So that's another thing. 30,000 feet now and 2,600 to go. So there you go. So there's more reasons than just checking. You know, there's a lot of stuff I'd say going on behind you know, what you're doing. So 40%, keep them even, or it'll disconnect the auto throttle. I'm reading his text here again, bear with me. He said, if the auto throttle disconnects anyway, advance the throttles manually to gain the green marker. That's the takeoff thrust setting. Okay, so the green marker somewhere here, your speed check. That's speed to go. He says, oh, hang on. He says, I'll read that again. If the auto throttle disconnects anyway, advance the throttles manually to the green marker. That's the TO thrust setting on engine N1 indicator, and arm the auto throttle when in the air again. So I think that's a little marker here. Right. Robert's not online. He's just been helping the set before we start. Thank you, Robert. So we're in the cruise, folks, and because I was talking so much,
you may realize your safety belt and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while left it to now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
Right, we're in the cruise, folks. Got 160 miles to go. So we would be descending at about 60 odd, 68, almost 70. Miles out. Let's zoom out because we can't see shit ahead. Not too much. So our top of descent is just here. It's going to do the arc, which bothers me. So I'm going to dump the arc when we get lower to Dublin and closer. Let's not forget our minimums and stuff. Let's do that now. Let's get ready for our arrival into Dublin, folks. I'll get rid of him. My apologies. Get rid of him. Get him up here. Let's get Navigraph charts up. This is point of my training, if you like. It's making mistakes and seeing what mistakes, why I made them and how I made them, and then getting more fluent with what I've kind of learned, you know. So we've got the skeleton gone. The skeleton is there now, getting from A to B. Okay. I was reading up about, I think it was Captain Canada. He's been doing this for years. He's been doing it since before YouTube. So, you know, it takes a while. I'm only learning when I'm streaming. I don't have the time. Neither does he, actually. He's working in an airport, if I recall. So it takes, if you're not properly trained, I mean, I know it's only a couple of weeks training, which is hilarious. We're going to do it right. Do it right. And we want the following. Let's just get the important stuff done first. Let's get we're going to go Cat 1, 415 feet, please. So that means down here, I'm going to set a barrow. 450, see that thing there? Can you see it? That's going to call out our minimums. Twist that. I've got to do a lot of twisting, folks. Let me get the camera back on. Let's get the face cam on there. There we go. Yeah, things are going to happen very quickly. You know. On descent, that's when you're liable to scoot up. I'm quite dopey today. I didn't sleep very well. 415 feet at all. 415 twice. Barrow set. Right. That's my own fault because I rarely let producer button sleep in my room. She's sick or something like that, you know. So it's been a couple of weeks. She jumped up and she was scratching at the door. She knew I was going to bed, so I said, let the buttons in. Let the buttons into the room. And producer buttons has a habit of taking over the whole bed and jumping around the place and getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do you know? Yeah. Now, I'm just going to go from memory here for the moment. So we got our minimum set altitude. We're going to approach 2,500 feet. Let's get that sorted out. 2,500 feet. We'll do it automatically. Why are we slowing down? Why is the aircraft shaking like that? Okay, 255 knots because we're very slow. We're at flight index of 3, so it's going to be quite slow. 255 knots, really. Okay, fair enough. Saving fuel, I suppose. Also, our speed. Can't really do that yet. It's a bit fuzzy. Okay, fine. Don't worry about that. I'll just go with the autopilot for the moment. I know Robert Times. I think he's taking all his information from Ryanair procedures, and every airline does it quite differently. So we'll follow him when he's barking at me when he's online. I think we'll just keep Storm here on that. The Q&H in Dublin is. I love this bit because it's so handy. Let's go. I'm looking up the real world weather here. Report. Q&H is 1013. It started. No, 1013. 1013 it is then. But I love the way you see down here. Now watch down here. I don't have to go flip-flopping it around. See it there? Just a little white there. 1013. So all I have to do now. See it there? All I have to do is push in the standard button and I get that Q&H I set, which is so handy. And the Airbus haven't figured out a way to, because it could be to hundreds of feet and all of a sudden it's trying to catch up with the altitude, you know. So that's that done. Let's get our approach speed in here. Descent. Let's get the weather in here. Let's get the descent winds. Takes a while. Takes a bit. Cool. Pressing it in again. Nothing's happening. Oh yes it is. Load. So I just do it. Now it wants me to press the load button. La 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 la. Now I gotta wait a little longer. Now it's just hit the execute button. And we got our descent winds. Right. Descent. No, I don't want to descend now. Let's go to menu. Now what I mean by that is index. Approach. I want 30 flaps and 140 knots. Copy. Paste. So I want to write that down now. I want to have on final 30 flaps and 140 knots. That's that done. Anything else? That's it. I'll go to the checklist. Let's have a look at the chat. Thank you, G Cook there. So up is off. The comment was for engine gen switches. Thank you. G Cook says, sorry, I was referring to after engine. But you actually, G Cook, you actually, because I looked, everything up is on, down is. Hang on. Up is off here. Oh, up is on here. See what I mean? Okay. So it doesn't work like that necessarily. But all up the upper head panel, up is, no, it's not. Is it? Yeah, up seems to be off for everything. Within reason. Look, there's the oil damper here. Do you know? Up is off. So, we're slowing down here. I feel the engine slowing down, folks. We're getting to top descent, so it's just decelerating here. Let's go to the checklist. Go to the next page. Okay, so. Oh yeah, our rings. I'm into my rings, folks. I like that. Where are you? Fix. Now, okay, so what you do to get your rings, alright, so I'm going to put a ring around Dublin Airport from 5 miles to 10 miles, and that'll give me indications of when to do certain things. So I'm going to go to legs, I'm going to copy, I'm going to scroll all the way down till I see, oh, we got discontinuity, folks. Because I didn't check the flight plan. I'll copy you. And we'll paste you there. That's the end of that discontinuity. Anyway, all the way down till we're going into Dublin 28, right? Copy that. Go down to fix. Pop it in. So we're going to put in, I want a ring from 5 miles out. And I want a ring from, no, /10. I'm not giving it a direction or anything like that. So there's our rings in, folks. That's telling when we get to those rings, ETA. Very nice. Cruise said engine instruments monitor. Okay, fuel quantity is good. 9.7. Lights required. Well, not till we get to 10,000 feet. ATIS airport information we got. Altimeters to check. Yeah, radios set. We did set our radios, exactly, folks. Let's set our radios. Let us go to Dublin, which is for the ILS 110.15. 110. 110.905. I don't know. 15. Come on, give me 15. And active. Let's do the same. Let's double check that. 110, 110.15 once, and 110.15 twice. I don't know what to figure out the most it means. 110. 5. Let's push it in the first officer side there as well. I think the guy. Jeez. 15. 15. 110.15. Boop. You got it. Very nice. 110.15. No indication yet because we're not in range. Very nice. So the frequencies are set. We want our approach course is 278. Course is 278. There we go. And that's everything. Let's continue with the checklist. FMC arrival speed, we've done that. That's ref index and approach. Localizer frequency set. Course is set. Engine switches to continuous. I'll just put them on now. Continuous. Okay, something bad happens, you know. De-ice. Well, the temperature up here now is -9, so we're going to go to some cloudage. So let's put the de-icing on. Let's put wing anti-ice on. Engine's already on. Pitot is already on. Windows up are already on, so icing's good. Starting our descent. No, not our cruiser descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly.
2:15.
Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventure
break. Yeah, we'll do that now.
Thank you.
To 1. Speed's going to be 250 knots, so the rest is 10,000 feet. So we've got 7,000 feet to go. So I can get rid of you now. Anything else here in the chart? Now our minimums here. Oh, I don't know. I didn't really read the weather in Dublin there, did I? 16,000 feet to go. That's fine. Okay, the weather in Dublin is as follows. Issued on the 5th at 18:30 Zulu, which is a while ago now. It's probably 7:30 now, is it? No, it's 10 past 7. The wind is 220 coming from 224 knots, varying 150 to 280 degrees. Visibility is 10k or more. Few clouds to 1,000 feet. Broken at 4,000 feet. Temperatures 12 QNH. Temperatures 12 2.8. QNH is 1013. No significant change. Raw profile. Raw profile. We got our QNH set. Then we come down to transition altitude, which is here, 5,000 feet. This approach climbs straight ahead to Delta Whiskey 040. I like the way they put the European zeros there. I had this problem today when I was working away at something. See the way here? Right? The Americans are terrible for this. Right? you might get a code and it says a DWO or 0. You can't tell the difference. And they're doing this in Europe. There used to be a strike to a 0 to make sure you knew it was a 0. And they've stopped doing this there in a lot of places because, you know, you get a code and it's saying, no, that's the wrong code, and it's a no, not a 0. You can't tell the difference. Anyway, it's just a pet peeve of mine. So straight ahead to Delta Whiskey 040, then turn right to Delta Whiskey 041, then 0042, and then max 200 knots, proceed to 2,000 feet to SID Q, then initiate a missed approach or is directed. Fine. All that kind of stuff. So let's have a look at the missed approach here. Here on, yeah. Here 2, yeah. And Delta SQ, yeah. And then SQ. Whatever you need to do. Right, so it takes it down and downward. And the thing about that is, it should be programmed into the FMC. Let's zoom out a bit. 13,000 feet now. It doesn't seem to... I can't quite see it. I think it does. I think it does have it. I don't know how you activate it though. I haven't learned that yet. Very good. A few things I didn't do in takeoff, like hit the chrono. It's bloody awkward to hit the clock and take off with this. We got our rings down. Now, here's the thing. We're going to chop the shit out of this, folks. That is the arc going around the VOR to join. I'm going to go direct to SID Q. Okay? Now, let's go screw up our approach. Right? But we have time. I'm going to go direct to SID Q. Right? So, go to legs. Where's SID Q? You don't need to do that, you know? Jesus. There we go. I've lost my approach. Shit. Okay, we're arriving into Dublin. I stuffed it up. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic, Mr. Manry. Oh, next page. Where did you do this to me? Right, let's do it right, please. And we're going to use the VATAR. See you later. Execute. Okay, we got everything back. I stuffed it up there somehow. I just want to get it back. So let's go direct to, we'll work it out from here. Let's go direct to DW706. How did I stuff that up now? What did I do wrong? You know, disconnect. That's going to be just priority there, that's fine. We want to go direct to DW706. There's a little discontinuity there. That stuff me up there, for the love of Jesus. Let's go to DW706. DW706. Copy. Okay, great. So we need to get rid of DW706. So we can clear him. Or delete him. I just want to do one step at a time there. Get rid of you. Fine, right, and get rid of the discontinuity. Copy and paste, execute. There we go, that's better. So we're not going to do the whole arc. Now there is a little bit more actually because it's going crazy now because I can't get down. That's what's happening. Brakes are coming down now. Enough is disconnected and it's going to stay like that until we get down sooner. Let's zoom in a bit. This is how you learn, folks. You're figuring shit out very quickly. Nope. Let's get rid of siren here. Let's go direct to is it DQ here? Something DQ. SID. Oh no, it starts with O. Okit. That's it. See the white line? Execute. There we go. We're good. Now, we're just going to be too high. Or too low now as it is. Okay, fair enough. How does that work? There we go. We're back on track now. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we're too low. So it's gonna... It should stop descending so much until we catch up. But we're only 1,000 feet too low. So I'm not worried. Great. So we got rid of that big, stupid, time-wasting arc. Now here I can see in blues to go around. Look at that. So that's another thing I got to start to learn. And maybe one day I go around, because I stuff it up, you know it. I'll do something stupid. Not stupid, but you know what I mean. You know, I'll be talking, and then I go, oh my god, I haven't descended, and all hell breaks loose enough to go around because I'm too high. So when that happens, then that's another learning curve, you see? And I go, okay, all I had to do was I'll just wing it, you know? I don't think you have to activate anything, just make sure the autopilot and the VNAV and LNAV's on, and it'll follow that course, I'm guessing. That's what's going to happen there. Let's see who's on YouTube. Sorry, folks, I've been off there for a little bit. Do you mind when I read those comments out? I just switch off the camera, just for the moment, so I have my nice beverage. And they'll be slurping in front of you. Oh, that didn't switch off the camera at all. That one. There we go. Okay. Hey to everybody on YouTube, first of all. Not a lot on today, folks. Not a lot of people on today. Interior lights in up. Cockpit D recorder, yeah, that's going. Mike, Cyril, hey ho. How are you, Mike? I hope you're still on. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you. You know? It's very busy in the 737, isn't it? It's kind of busy. That's the I walk to our left. We're coming up to Dublin. There's the guys we spoke of. Who else did I miss there? David White. I would talk to Brian is with us. Clappy D is with us, of course. Mike Zero, hey ho. Mike, Clappy D, reminder, hit the like button. Do hit the like button, folks. Juan Birmingham, how ho, how are you? Clappy D says, oh, thank you, Clappy D. Discovery Street, Tuesdays for Fridays, 7 o'clock. RSU paid time. Thank you, Clappy, I appreciate that. Willie L is with us as well. Hello, Willie L from Las Vegas. Hey, Willie. I haven't seen you for a while. How are you getting on, Willie? Are you still simming away and doing all that kind of stuff? I hope all is well, Willie. It's 8 o'clock now. It's gone past 8, is it? Because the producer buttons has jumped up. Yeah, it's 18 minutes past 8. Local in the evening here. Producer buttons is kicking off. Producer buttons. The last time I went out to get you a treat, it screwed up the flight, so you're going to have to wait. I'm sorry, the button scan isn't working today, folks. It's not working because... No, buttons, get away. Get down, please. Good dog. Jeez. What was I saying there? What was I saying that this happens? Slowing down. But this bit I'm not too sure of. I'm just not too sure if it's going to slow down, or you have to do it manually, so. Because we're coming up now. Coming up in the 10 miles, folks. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to do what Robert told me. I think it's this one here. We want 200. We just go to this here now. I want to be below 200 knots here. Put on some speed brakes here. Slowing down. I could put flaps 1 down here. Speed check flaps 1. 10 miles out, flaps 1 below 200 knots. Slowing down. 2,500 feet, we'll go up to coast there, folks. Quarters on. It's going to get busy. Camera will have to come on. Not a short flight from Bristol, necessarily. It's not like the Liverpool flight. Okay, stop talking. Start out cockpit, please. What did I say my speed was? $140. Dublin's out here somewhere. Not a bad day, we're slowing down nicely.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Take one down. Stop 15. Got a speed set at 140. I'm going to put on 140. We'll leave it at 140, shall we? See what happens. Gears down, flaps 15. A little bit early, that's fine. I'm happy with that. I just wanted to get that sorted out there at the turn. And all is well, folks. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing
camera on.
shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position and your safety belt is secured.
I didn't have to
Our cabin
approach mode.
attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure
Okay,
that
well,
doors
you know,
in the
I kind of
south
nailed it off there a little bit, I think.
On behalf of
So we're going to go around. Okay, let's see how this works. So,
we would like to thank you for taking a
tug apart,
manually
press the button.
during this mostly dangerous flight. Thank you.
no, do it manually. Now, where's that thing he was talking about? Flaps. Pitch. Let's go around and see how that works. Now, let's get the other pattern on. And that be enough? No, I want command 1, damn you. Okay, let's see how this works. Now, it's programmed in the go around, okay? Alright, and we can do the rest of radar vectors. So we're going around. Auto throttle's still armed. Flaps coming to up. Flaps up now. It's going to go to 2.5. What's go around? Go around, I said was 3,000 feet. Let's go to 3,000 feet. Let's have a switch. Oh, not 5,000. 3,000 feet. I'm setting it here. Oh my, jeez. Trying to get the message difficult. 3,000 feet. Right, so give me 3,000 feet, please. Again, climbing. Why aren't we climbing? We're climbing, folks. Shit, I hit the wrong bloody gear lever. It's very hard to fly with the mouse. It's because you need to do stuff quickly. It's very frustrating. Why are you descending now? Why are you taking off the power? Why is it taking off the power? Do I have to fly this manually again? Why is it taking off the power there, folks? It's taking off the power. I thought it was taking off the power there. That's not what I'm looking for. Those are not the droids we're looking for, folks. That's out of power. No, do this manually again. You know what's going on. An investigation has to be done into this. Come on. Climb me up to 3,000 feet and keep that speed at 267. No, sorry, speed at... Oh, it's taking it off now. Because it's on auto throttle. A little bit of work has to be done here, folks. So we're going to have to come downwind again. Those lights, key lights, are lying to me as well. Switch them off. So I haven't done a go around to this really yet with the autopilot on. So it works. Well, certain things disconnected there for me and it started descending with the auto throttle. Now it's gone past my 3,000 feet that I want. So I don't know why that is. Do you know? So I don't want to go manual. I don't know. You know, and it's not flying the right course at all. So autopilot off, feck it. Oh, it's come off anyway. Jesus. It's come off anyway. Let's get back on track. Let's descend down and get back on profile. No. Just it's not happy. Let's get back down to 3,000 feet. There's a lot going on there. An awful lot going on there in the go around, if to know, I'd say. Autopilot. It's disconnected. It's fine. Disconnect. When you're connected soon. Getting it down to 3,000 feet. Stop climbing. I don't want to put the nose down below the horizon necessarily. Now I'm going to go above 250 if we're not careful. Flaps up, gears up. This has to be. I'd like to do. One day I'll do a stream with just circuits. I'll find out the right way of doing it. I'll just do circuits for about an hour. Do you know? Come on, keep coming down, please. And then we'll activate the autopilot. I think gear, I was very late taking up the gear there, that would have disconnected stuff, you know. Command 1 is on, Command A now is on 250 knots. Okay, fine. Command, Jesus Christ, it's disconnecting and connecting again. Now it's going to follow the course, I hope. No. It's not. Realistically, it's going to be radar vectors, isn't it? So let's do radar vectors then. Let's get rid of LNAV and VNAV here. It's just annoying me. Speed can come down to 200 and, I don't know, 20. 220, I'll take. A manual now. Yeah, go away autopilot. Pain in the ass. Come on. Would you stop parking at me, please? Let's go to heading mode. Heading mode and activate heading mode. I think it's this one here, heading select. I'll back on. Not that one. Jesus, that one. Okay, we've got heading mode. We've got throttle 220 knots. Yes, so we're on radar vectors then. Right, so we're going to come out to Sudo, and then we're going to turn in for a vector approach, folks. That's what we're going to do. Von Birmingham's behind us. Oh, great. There he is. And Von Birmingham, I'm so sorry I don't have their livery. I'm waiting for Microsoft to fix that there now, you know. There's Von very well. They're right there, look. Right there, look. No, what are you flying, Von Birmingham? There's another one behind us. There's suspect. That's Shady Sid there. And there's Von Birmingham behind again. Very good. So now I feel I don't like the computers on these sometimes. You see, a computer can be very annoying if you don't know what you're doing. Do you know? So let's do this again. DB 6.4. We'll at least be turning in at 10 miles. Alright, on a nice long final. Do I have time to get the juice points of treat? I'm going to step out for 2 seconds, folks. Because she's just doing the heading. Right, your buttons. At the back of 1 second. Yeah, treat. Yeah, I'm gonna get treat. Come on. Now we can start turning in. We are 9.3 miles out. Will we get it though? We will. I want to come down now to 2,500 feet. A bit manually. Coming down now. .7. I want to get about a 30-degree intercept there. Maybe there. It'll be a hard turn, but what are you going to do? Now! Arm approach mode, Gripper Sim. Thank you. Approach mode is now armed. I'm getting indications from the ILS now. We've got a correct identifier there. Let's confirm that. That's fine. That's good. Identified their south head. And we're going to take about a bit more of a 30-degree intercept. I'm going to declutter it there for eye-candy. Let's have a last look at the last, see if we can see it. Let's show you. I can't see anybody else there following along. Don't forget you can follow along on the North European server, folks. This looks like a Chevy sim. And decluttering. Turning in a bit more now. It's going to turn anyway because I've got auto. Now heading select is disengaged because it's intercepting the ILS now, I guess. Autopilot's done. Those to come off anyway. So flaps 1. Turning in quite early at 8.2 miles. Gear down early. And flaps 15. Nice clear day. Slightly disappointed with the clearness of the day. Recorder's on, we're going to have a nice view of the recording. I'm going to do, oh, flaps are a little bit too... These frickin' things as well. Jesus. Bloody speed brakes, folks. Okay, for flaps 15, we need... 195 knots, so we're going too fast. We just slowed down. That's my fault. Brilliant. Brilliant. Done it again, folks. See how circuits are important to get that in your head? Do you know? Very important. That's so it's done manually then. That's confirmed. Confirmed. Will we get to slow down? Speed brakes on. Keeping my hand on the speed brakes. So I know to take them off. That is vicious. You know, those speed, you forget. And there's no way of knowing because you don't feel anything. Flaps 15 now. That should get underneath there. Flaps 15. Now we're slowing down. So you manually have to change the speed and the approach to Robert times. You're probably going to shoot me now. So we're all good. We're coming back under now. Flaps to 30. Feet of the pedals. Autopilot off.
Traffic.
Don't worry about the traffic. Manual. We're manual now, folks. Visual now. We're on the poppies. I'm going to go below the poppies on purpose. It's going to give out. Don't worry about that. Because it takes you in too high anyway. And one day, do you know we're going to do circuits in Dublin one day? I think that's what we'll do next, folks. We're going to figure it out and do circuits in Dublin because it's so messy, you know. You need to do that once at least, just to get it in your head. Yeah. I don't care about the glide slope because it's not giving me right indications. Don't worry about that. What about the glide slope? A little bit of a wind from the left. That's no concern. Got gear down 3 greens. Get on the central line. Get on the central line. Less is more, folks. Let's make this a smooth one.
100.
That looks better to me.
50. 30.
Let's get those. Get down.
20. 10.
Firm on your landing. go. Firm on air landing there. We don't need thrust reversers now. Brakes off. Flaps up. Let me come off the side of the runway there, folks. A little bit messy today. I might do this again tomorrow. I think we'll do the 737 tomorrow, folks. I think we'll just do circuits all day, because everything's fine. I just need to polish up those go-arounds, don't I? And figure that out. So I think tomorrow, circuits in Dublin. We'll all learn something. You know? At least just get the run of it, because go-around now is like the end of the road. You're into... I'm going to come to a halt here and clean everything up, folks. Because when you gotta go around, you're into new territory, aren't you? Now those speed brakes, oh, they come down automatically. They're disarmed now. Flaps are up. Transponder to standby on TCAS. Lights. And these guys here. I think that's it. Oh, I have to check. So I think tomorrow circuits in Dublin, if you're interested. And the civil not to tell us what to do. Ian Bevan says, I already landed, came in on 27. He also says, I also cut the corner on the approach. What's your landing rate? I don't know, it'll say it next. Rex there. Hi Rex, by the way. Hey ho, how are you? We're going to have a look at the replays, about 3 or 4 of them. It was a Ryanair landing, it was a firm landing, right? It just kept the power on and I couldn't come down earlier with the auto throttle. You know, and I was, you know, and then it takes the throttle back when you're very low. So, and it's out of kilter with the ILS and the sim, everybody knows that. So, it's a bit of a fight at the end, isn't it? So, cleaning up the cockpit. After landing, transponder, flaps, speed brake, landing lights, strobe lights off. Now, yeah, strobe lights the centre for off, isn't it? That's annoying. Strobe lights off. Taxi lights on, they are. Cabin lights required, anti-ice off. Let's get rid of all the anti-ice. You can go, you can go, you can go. Anything else? Probe, you can go back to auto, and that's off. Okay. So I'm getting mixed up with the Airbus. The Airbus is auto. We'll leave the window heating on. Do you leave it on? Well, it's not icy, so that can come off. We're not going up again. APU, we'll put that on. APU. Propete off. Engine start switch is off. Yeah, I did that. Auto brake off and runway turn off lights off. Okay. Where are you? Runway turn off lights. Okay. APU jam is coming up with APU jam. Right, so APU is just warming up now, so we start taxi. We'll just go to the gate and then we'll do the replay, folks, will we? So adding a bit of power, brakes are off. That's the bash going there. That's on his side. Anti-ice, yeah, we're not flying there, folks. So we're in the new runway in Dublin, folks. It's a little bit messy today. Would you stop doing that? Would you stop? Get down there. There we go. New runway in Dublin. I'll taxi a little bit too fast. Shall I? So yeah, a few go-arounds I think would be a good idea, and just to play around. It won't be a very exciting stream for you guys. I'll stream it anyway. The only time I get, it's either I don't stream and practice on my own, or I'll come on tomorrow as usual, and we're gonna get that sorted, because that's just, it's a big odd. Come on, come forward, will you? It's a big mystery, you know. But I do like the way it displays it on the panel here. You know, go around, which is nice. So let's have a look here. I'm gonna take that off a little bit here. Turn on. No, and again, and again. No, alt space. There we go. And let's have a look here at Dublin here. See where we are. other screen here to see the map. Okay, so we're going to cross the runway 16 here now. 16, and look straight on there. That's what we're going to do. Excellent. Oh, we should stop doing that every time it resets, folks. F12, that's why I didn't reset. F12. F12 is the key. So I got permission to cross that now. Okay. Very good. Oh, let's zoom out a bit. Oh, that'll wreck your face. That'll wreck your head, folks, won't it? That'll wreck you. Now we're going to cross over again. We're going to link 6. Oh, hang on. Are we? Almost took a wrong turn, folks. So, again, which do I prefer? The Airbus because it's easier. Sorry. It's just more, so many things can go wrong here. So many things that can go wrong in the 737. Like a lot of things can go wrong. They're quite... Now, there's worse aircraft. The VA146, I'm told, is a nightmare. But it's just a tough one, folks. You know. But go into this with the Airbus and I can do it again. Do it again, you know. I'm going to pick a space here. Let's see what they give us here. Let's see what the... Oh, just take a space here, folks. Come down a little bit more. There's another Ryanair park. We'll take a Ryanair parking spot, will we? Yeah. I'll take a left in here. This is Dublin version 2, folks. Dublin version 2. To the new fancy terminals they have. We'll use one of those. The Ryanair terminal, the walk of death. Now that looks like I'll hit that railing, doesn't it? But if you keep the nose on the yellow line, you know. Yeah, I got clearance. Look. Come in here. Don't turn that wheel too much, keep it moving. Get those lights off. Damn you. Pair of hands in here would be great. How do I get to that switch? There we go. I didn't want to start the APU again. And off we go. Now, what I love about this, look. About Dublin version 2, look, that's very cool. It's good time to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going for 2.8 meters. I'm trying to show you in the camera there. And steer the aircraft. Come on. Stop. There we go. Now we're stopped. Back on. There we go, folks. We're going to put the flaps back down for the replay. Back to 30 degrees. We're going to do we'll just do the landing. We'll do a couple of landings there. So we will. Regs is saying, what's your landing rate? Is the landing speed slow? We're going to see the rate now in a second, Regs. Was the speed low? It told me to go 140. It said 140 with 30 flaps. So I took the 140 with 30 flaps. The mistakes I made was I didn't hit the approach button because I was busy chatting again. I didn't hit the approach button on early enough and I missed it and it was too high, so I had to go around. And of course the go around's a bit shady and we're going to do that maybe tomorrow. I think I'll do that tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking now. So let's do the replay shot, folks, shall we? Don't have that quick look around Dublin version 2. There's the new runway there. It does look like that. I looked it up in the web. It does indeed look like that. It's not asphalt. It looks like concrete to me. We got world traffic on here. It's got all the details. It's very good. The only thing that would annoy me, I was kind of expecting slight movement in the terminal, so I'll show you what I mean there. That's real traffic there coming in. There's someone coming into 120C. There's a few Ryanairs that you expect to see parked up there. There's an aircraft coming in here to land. Look, I love that. Lots of light, you know. Of course, it would be Ryanair. You know, A little bit of funny kind of things there. Last liner coming in. We have terminals, folks, which are really well done. I would like a little bit of movement with the terminals. That's the only thing I could possibly say about this. The only thing. The door looks a bit funny. They could have, you know, done some 3D stuff there, really, couldn't they? You know, but it's one of the better ones, and they've done a really good job at it. Reflections off the glass. There's terminal 2 there. It's done very, very well. Dublin's done very, very well. Look at the detail on the ground markings and all that kind of stuff done. It's very good. So let's go to the replay, folks. Let's reset the camera to the replay. Let's get the recorder out here and stop recording and replay. Give it a second. See, it's dark where we came off from in England already. It's bizarre, isn't it? And we took off and all the way towards the sun. There we go. Now, what after the replay? Okay, for the replay, I'm going to make it a little bit brighter, so you can see some shadows, at least when we're landing. Zooming replay now. We're going to take it, oh, it's very annoying. We'll take it from this view here. Here's our approach. I'm going to take my face off just for the moment, so I get some mic antidotes, if I may. We'll do a few of these. It was a firm landing. It's going to be high feet per minute, right? It was going 140 all the way down almost to the ground. I just disengaged the auto throttle. I don't know what altitude is it, like 20 feet or 40 feet or something. But it just floated a bit. It tends to float, and Microsoft Flight Simulator tends to take it too high anyway. So see, I'm coming in on purpose too low here. What is it? No. They need to fix that though. Very good though. The MTG is certainly worth trying. There's no doubt about that, folks. It's a complex airplane. That's because it's a complex airplane. See, I don't want to be down to 10 feet lower here. I want those markers. So I lower the nose and I said get down. Oos! 400 feet per minute. Sometimes a hard landing is a good landing, folks. I can tell you that from experience in the little airplanes, you know. Now let's do this view. Right, for the landing as well. So this one. Let's pause the replay. Where are you? There you are. Let's go back a bit. There we go. I'm looking here. See where the sun just pops out here between the clouds? Bizarre. Isn't it? I did turn it too high, didn't I? Okay, startled that a bit off there, a little bit uncomfortable for the off passengers there. And we're going to do the, yeah, here. And what I'd like to do now is, I'm going to go to the other side here. Okay, what's this? I'm going to pause a sec. Pause the replay. I'm finding the place where I touch down. If I can, bear with me. Takes a bit. Let me show you what I'm doing here. Right there. Okay, I want to stand here. Where's the cross? I have everything enough for where's the cross? Human height. Right there, maybe. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect. myself and the camera, so it's not going to be follow. Look here, get rid of follow drone. Drone lock view. Alright. I'm going to wind back a bit. Resume replay. It's all about the EGGD, folks. And zoom in a little bit. There we go. Oh, didn't want to do that. Looked okay though, didn't it? That says 52 feet per minute. 52 feet a minute, really? Surely not. Is it? I don't think it's very reliable, is it? Look at stuttery me there, Flight Sim. Sorry, that's my fault. Hang on, I have to do that again now. Jesus Christ, Flight Sim, what the hell? Bear with me for a sec, folks. What happens is if I activate another window, it will slow the FPS a little bit, and it's a complicated airport, so what I have to do is resume the replay and activate the main screen. There we go. Now we're getting our frames. Now, it's only going to go to about, look at that, 23, 22. That's not odd. 1490. 30 frames. It always dies coming into a complicated airport. There we go. Oh, that's an okay landing. Nice little bit of eye candy there. Let's pause the replay and do the window of view. See how scared our passengers were. That view coming into that runway is exactly what you'll see coming into Dublin, folks. Now, how many's on? It's only 11 of you. I'm thinking of, put this in the Discord if you like. I'm thinking I've got other work to do, so I may have to lay off the streams so much during the week. At some point, you know, Sundays will always be there. But the week, I have to think about my timing here. I've got work coming up, so we may have to change the schedule a little bit. You know, down the line. This is other work I have to do, but I'm thinking of making videos as well of approaches into, you know, airports and stuff, what you'll see and what to expect and whatnot, you know. With all the eye candy that you like my videos, you know, it'll take a while, but the landings won't take too long. There won't be long videos, just cool videos of approaches into all the different runways and airfields and stuff. An interesting one. Here we go. Yeah, 46 now. Was it 46 feet per minute? I thought it said 400 something. Anyway, it was a landing and it was fine. I think tomorrow I'll do circuits from Dublin. I kind of haven't done that before because I need something to keep everything, to keep the aircraft. I think it'll be okay. I just do approaches and go arounds in Dublin. Because I've never done that. The go-around course is a disaster, so I have to get those procedures. Something very simple, you know, flap scare, positive rate flap scare, something very simple, and do the missed approaches and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's what I'll do tomorrow, if anyone's on. Robert Times, if he's on, he might help us, or one of you guys. So, G Cook Scotland, sorry I missed you there on Twitch there. How is the new drop in scenery, says G Cook Scotland? It's very good. I did notice an awful drop in frames. Look, okay, it's gone up to 64 now. It's getting 30 on final there. So I don't know if that's at an airport. I don't know what's going on. It's the update. Because 4090 you should be getting... Sorry, my face is gone there. 4090 you should be getting shift frames a second, really. And it does die. Now I have another two monitors on. Be aware of that. I'm streaming as well, which takes up FPS. And I got windows up the wazoo everywhere to run the stream. So that, it's not really Microsoft's fault. But it'll go to 30, and that's fine. Any less than 24, you're in trouble. But 30's fine, right? 30's fine. So yeah, I think I'll do that tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you, Copy D, on YouTube. I think it goes by the site you're looking from. I think, okay. Ian Bevington bought Dublin version 2. It looks great. It does look great. It is great. Reg says, now you know legs than on the speed. So folks, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? If you're out and about. I'm going to do circuits in Dublin. I'm going to try and figure out something. I haven't done those yet. At all. Where's the recorder now? When I'm talking to you, I want movement on the camera. That was me chatting there, wasn't it? Chatting everything up. That's what I really wanted. So there's Dublin. So Dublin's very, very, very good, folks. It's one of the top airfields that they've made. It's the most modern one. MK Studios made it. They're very good. I think they're fantastic. Along with all the traffic, and you can see aircraft coming and going. I can see one of the distance here. Do you know? So there you go, folks. That is tonight's stream done with from Bristol, wasn't it? Bristol to Dublin. So thanks, folks, for watching. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you, Von Birmingham, for your super chat there last week. And thanks to all of you who are members and subscribers. And don't forget to hit the follow button or the subscribe button on YouTube if you're into it. So as I said, before I leave you, discuss it in the Discord. I have other work to do, but I'm going to keep Sundays going, and then the odd time during the week I'll come on, right? And I'll keep at least one day doing the jets because I like it myself. I'm thinking of taking up other work now at the moment. But I am also thinking I have a little idea for YouTube videos now as well. Just something simple and cool. You can watch it. It takes 5 minutes and go, oh, okay, you know, and you'll see it as it comes. It'll be the same kind of thing every time, so you know what to expect and be eye candy. So that's what I'm thinking. So look, folks, let me know tomorrow what you think. We'll discuss that in the cruise. If you no, it won't be cruise. If we do a circus, I'll be busy as hell. So thank you very much, Dr. D, for helping out. And Johnny C, Ian, I think Willie L, I think I mentioned you all. Von Birmingham, Brian, Dylan Java, David White, Byron Baffle, Bath Shady, and all of you. So folks, I better go. It's a long goodbye there, isn't it? I'm looking for the button to end the stream. So folks, see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Irish time, UK time, in the evening.